If Ryu loses to Eon, I don't know what is what anymore.
Oh my god, it's
And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Eon is not a bad player. He's really good. Obviously, we're seeing how sick he's playing, but I'm just a personal fan of these other players. Like Destan, I really thought he was gonna make it through for sure. Ryu is someone who last DreamHack we saw fight his heart out all the way to the end, and he barely just missed the qualifier. And so there's a lot on the line here.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Given there is another 2 qualifiers, but I mean, come on, man. There's only 2 people qualifying from each. The pickings are very slim.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to secure a spot in this one. You know, NA, a little bit easier. I feel like there's more pros in the Latin American scene, and we get less spots. It's not fair. But here we are. He is fighting for his tournament life. He is in the top right-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE. He is currently teamless, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's currently teamless. He is from Peru and Italy, apparently. It is Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Costa Rican Zerg player representing T-Sub Gaming. It is EON.
So the last qualifiers, I believe Ryu really didn't get a far run until the very final one. I'm just going back. Okay, so he made it to the round of 16 last time. Actually, even the quarterfinals, he lost to Terran. Oh no, that's the one we watched where he lost to Nano. That was the final one where he lost to Nano. That was such a good fight. I feel like Eon and Nano are similar names, similar beasts that he has to overcome here.
Speaking of similar names, like obviously like Ryu, he's a really solid player, and we watched his run, like especially in qualifier number 3. Eon's doing something incredibly cheeky. And
a little bit cheeky.
Yeah, he went for an incredibly early gas pool, like incredibly early everything. It was like a 14-14. And because of that, he's getting like speed pretty early as well. He pulled everything out of gas as well. I'm kind of expecting a Link Flood.
Yeah, I mean that would make the most sense. Link speed is on the way. Maybe even a Baneling Nest behind it is possible, going with the gas first.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. Eon has no more units in gas, so it's going to be straight mass lings, run across the map and go.
Yep. He's got 8 lings on the way. He's just going for it. And Ryu, the thing with the opening that Eon did was that the hatchery like looks normal. If you look at the hatchery timing. I missed
this, man. This is my favorite build that I do all the time. Another build that I love. What you do is you go, I believe you go 14 gas, 14 pool, or 14 gas, 13 pool, and then 13 overlord, and then you get your gas at or your second hatchery at 13. So really you make no overlords, you drone up, get your gas and your and that way when the overlord comes up, you can tell though, because the base finish is like a half a second later, so you can tell by the creep when it first comes out. Your creep is usually further than their creep if it's like that, but it is the fastest way you can get ling speed, and all you do is make a whole bunch of lings and then you go.
Ooh, and I love
Scarlet
this.
did it from GSL.
Yeah, she did. And the lings actually avoided the scouting ling of Ryu, and now all these lings are coming across the map. Ryu, he realizes this, he spots it with his overlord, and he's making lings as well. He's going for the full wall off.
Oh, he held.
Oh, and this is exactly what you need to do when you spot this. Like, the wall is still pretty young, but again, like there's no like banelings for Eon. It's just pure ling right now.
And already banelings being morphed in for Ryu here, so I think he held this perfectly. Eon just, I love this play because if it works, it's really good. But somehow Ryu is just on point. He was prepared. He's ready. Baneling's already out. Perfect timing. The Banelings finished right as the wall finished, and the hold is good.
Wow, yeah, that was really well done by Ryu. Again, like, he spotted this as late as possible. He spotted it with the overlord and immediately threw down the wall. And with that, like, Eon, he just can't break it. To be fair, there's no energy for transfuse, so he could try and bust through the queen, but there's already banelings.
Yeah, and also something to point out, Ryu behind us, he never got a third. Like, normally at this point you would have a third. but I guess he knew something was up, so he never went for that third. He had enough money to go for that wall. And now the counterattack, he gets in, he's going to get at least a couple workers. And some Lings coming back. Oh, he didn't get any workers. Wow.
Yeah, he only got one drone there, and I mean, what that did was like he killed the queen, so that means no more injects here at the natural either. So regardless, like he was able to deal some damage. But as you said, we're kind of waiting for that third base. Since like neither player has really gone for one, and actually Ryu, he's going for a lair. Yo, we don't see
very fast player. I think he's gonna go for roach speed. I don't see him going for two base mutas because one of these players got to get a third very soon, or they're gonna run out of money.
I mean, if Ryu takes one more gas, like there it is, two base muta.
No, there it is. It's such a late two base muta though.
I think because
he's going for mutas because he didn't see a roach horn on the other side.
Yeah, and like again, like because of the opener, like it's quote unquote late, but it's late because of how aggressive the opener was. Like both players, like they're not like in great positions economically, so yeah, like this is something that could definitely work. And meanwhile, EON is going for a lair of his own. Yo, we're gonna see like Spire versus Spire. No, okay. We got plus one range on the way. We got plus one range. It's okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Earlier, I was just thinking about it. I said that because he didn't see a roach horn. He didn't see any upgrades, like in the Evo chamber. So that's to tell that he's not massing roaches out. He's not going to try and push anytime soon. Does he even have a layer? EON didn't even have a layer coming at the time. He just now has a layer almost done. So Ryu knows he can get those mutas out without a problem. There's no threat for roaches, and with a couple banes, you are more than held here.
Yeah, like defensively, Ryu's fine. And he's just banking up right now as he has enough for 7, gonna be 8 mutas by the time the Spire pops. And if he goes across the map, like what is there? There's like a single queen in each base. Like that's it. That's all the anti-air.
Yeah, so
even Ryu has more
Ryu's even going in. He's even going in with the overseer.
He's going in just to make sure.
I can't unsee the eyes. They blink. I never noticed they blinked like that.
Beautiful.
It looks like he has hands, like opposable thumbs.
Oh yeah, like he could like,
pick up an Ultralisk. You could definitely pick up an Ultralisk.
Can he? Like, is he that swole? Like his arms are looking a little thin. Like the closer they get.
You might have missed arm day at the gym. Wow, those things look crazy. I want a plushie overseer.
Oh, that would be nice. That'd be nice.
That would be sick. I want a plushie everything StarCraft. A plushie muta would be great.
And here we go. The mutas are across the map. Spores were thrown down as the mutalists. They didn't go straight across the map. They were killing overlords along the way, so they did notify EON. So yeah,
I'm trying to go for a Ling run by, but these Banes are gonna smash it.
Yeah, there's still 3 Banelings here, so Ryu, he should be fine. The
Good
Lings.
defense, though. There's actually a lot of static defense for EON. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
As well as in the natural, he's got double. I forgot who we saw yesterday. They had like 4 spores on every base.
That was Silky versus Panda Bear Me.
Silky versus Panda Bear Me.
Yeah.
I forgot we did NA yesterday. I was like, wow, those are some familiar names. Those are names that get me hyped about a game. We really casted Silky versus Panda Bear Me yesterday. That was great.
We did. It was another 6 ZvZ, and this is gonna shape up a little bit along those lines. I say a little bit because surprisingly, EON he's gonna be committing to even more roaches. He's getting burrow, he's getting roach movement as well, roach burrow movement. So tunneling claws, that's it. As opposed to like typically you see like more like hydras, lurkers going into vipers. Yeah, interesting.
It's an interesting call because he can see that Ryu is not going super mass mutas because there's not any more being added into this. That's still a high account though, a high count of mutas you got to deal with. And then you got to wonder, what's he going behind this if he's not making more mutas?
Right, yeah, like that's the big question, and we do see that Ryu, he's going for Hydralisk of his own. He's getting that I believe anyway. Yeah, there he is. We have the Hydralisk, then he's working on the Hydra upgrades as well. This is kind of the Ryu that we kind of know, but he actually spots the roaches.
Okay, yeah, Ryu did come in and Actually, oh, he spots it. Wow, good on him. And now Burrow is revealed at the same time he's jumping in on the gas with the Muta and the natural, the Mutas that is, and he's gonna pick off these gases all day long, and all that investment here for EON just to get three workers is not really what you want.
Yeah, that was a big investment, and it was meant to like catch Ryu completely off guard. But Ryu, I don't know if he saw the because you can see like the animation of like the blood roaches. Yeah. So he was able to just catch that.
I mean, first of all, he's had overseers all over the map the entire time. I'm sure he saw something upgrading on the Roach Warren after Roach Speed was already done, and then of course seeing the little animation, plus the roaches have extra feelers. Roach Burrow is just so awful. They have way too many tells. Like, what other upgrade gives you that many tells? You can see the tentacles, you can see them when they're burrowed. And we're gonna have a big engagement. Actually, Ryu's just completely smashing this with his roaches. I don't even know where the mutas are, if they're still alive, if they're on the map somewhere, but he doesn't even need them here.
Yeah, exactly. With the reinforcements, maybe EON can hold on. But the problem is, like, he was kind of caught transitioning. Like, when you go Roach Hydra like this, like, Roach Ravager can just push on through and punish this. And here we go, the mutas, they finally show up.
The reinforcements. He didn't even have him in that entire fight, and then he brings him at the last second when there's nothing here to fight.
Yeah, it's better late than never. And they could actually fight this army.
Is it though? I feel like never would have been better in this situation. Because now he's just kind of losing him for like a Hydra or two. He didn't even kill a queen. Now he kills one queen. He just like 5 mutas for a queen and a couple Hydras.
Yeah, he was dancing around a little bit too much with his
mutas. Get that queen. Go back. Oh my god, the last queen.
Yeah, like, I'm not too sure how he's controlling his mutas, but like there were only like 3 Hydras and 2 queens, but like he wasn't really target firing efficiently. And now EON, he's pushing out across the map. This army, like, he can definitely fight like small pockets or small sections, but oh my god, there's just so many reinforcements.
Yeah, and I believe Ryu is, I guess they got even upgrades right now, so no upgrade advantage for either side. You're just catching. I don't think EON needs to go for these cheeky little Roach Burrow movement things.
Yeah, I mean, the idea behind them is just to buy time. It's just like pull the army back, but oh my god, Ryu just catches more of them as well. Like, EON's just doing what he can to stay in this because he knows he's behind. Like, he's taking another, like, he's behind in bases, behind in army, behind in workers.
Oh, excuse me, I had to sneeze so bad there, but because I'm allergic to bad. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm allergic to Ryu losing, and it looks like he might lose. I don't know, but here we go. Ryu's actually probably gonna win this. I feel it's looking good. He's got the higher worker count opposed to EON. Ooh, if he takes out this base, I think that's gonna be the last leg for EON, as well as he's hitting in the natural of EON. EON's getting pulled apart here and is lacking the army supply.
Yeah, there's just not enough here.
Huge.
Oh god, like, again, like, Roach Hydra, it just doesn't really trade too well, like, because the Hydras are so expensive. Like, Roach Ravager, even on equal upgrades, like, it just powers through it. There's just so much here.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, when you go into the Roach Hydra battles, Hydras on paper, everyone thinks Hydras are better because they do more damage to roaches, and that's in a mirror matchup. If you have 5 Hydras versus 5 roaches, the Hydras win. But roaches are so cheap, you can just make so many more roaches than Hydras that it becomes cost efficient to go roaches instead. And we saw that here. Ryu just had Roach Ravager, and I think he had maybe a couple Hydras, but EON was very heavy in the Hydras, and he's losing the fight now.
Yeah, like, EON, like, in that defense, he lost the base, he lost the majority of his units, more expensive units. The Hydras so much more expensive than the Roach Ravager, and yeah, Ryu, he just keep trading. Like, even if like EON holds, like, it doesn't even matter because, like, Ryu can just keep reinforcing. Yeah,
and I think this is pretty much the beginning of the end, or actually not even the beginning. I think we're kind of like in the middle of the end. There it is. Ryu takes it. GG. What an upset.
I was about to say the same thing. I'm like, I think we're like in the middle of the end right now. I think we're
yeah, I said the beginning, and I was like, no, this has been the end for a while.
Yeah.
We were at the end of the end. This is the end, and this is unrelated to anything, but did you see the swole kangaroo
I did.
video I sent? That was funny. We were talking about swole kangaroos yesterday, and it popped up in my tail, and I was like, damn, that's a swole kangaroo right there. And I need to pull the stream up. I forgot my other phone today, so it's been hard to watch the stream. But this is game number 2 now.
Yes, the lobby has been made. Just getting ready. And EON, he's got to do something to bring it back, man. He needs to like figure out something cheeky again, maybe.
Well, he went for that weird Ling build, and I kind of liked it. If I were him, honestly, looking at EON, he's been pulling out all the crazy builds today.
Yeah, and like this is great, right? Like this is what we've been kind of talking about leading up to DreamHack, how like the majority of these players, they should probably like be like hiding things or like, you know, have something just for the qualifiers, because this is probably the most important event, or like ESO Pro Tour is the most important event of the year for these players. So yeah, it's cool to see him prepared. Yeah,
very prepared indeed. This is exactly how I want it to go, you know, prepare in this exact way. And speaking of prepared, this guy has to be prepared. His macro is unmatched by anyone I've ever seen. Spawning in the top right-hand corner of Everdream LE. We are looking in the main base of a red Zerg player. Somehow, some way, he is not currently on a team. I do not know why or how. I don't know how these things work, but here we are. We're looking in the main base of Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Everdream LE, we have the Costa Rican Zerg player representing T-Sub Gaming. It is EON.
Now today should be a little bit longer than yesterday, just due to the fact there's a couple more players, and it goes a whole nother 2 rounds, really.
Yo, is Ryu doing the same thing that his opponent did to him last game? Is that what I'm seeing right now? Am I crazy? Was that not a 14 pool? What was it? Wasn't it?
Let me see. What does he have right now? 17 workers. I don't know the math, but I believe so. We'll see when are the hatcheries matching up? Yeah, it was. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If you look at the hatcheries, they match up, but only slightly. Ryu's is a little bit far behind. And when they pop out, you'll notice it in the creep that EON's creep will probably get to the gas, while Ryu's will barely be like coming out around the edges. And that's the tell for me.
All right, we'll see, as we already have a couple of lings on the way for Ryu. I mean, if he makes more, that's going to be the biggest tell, especially if he pulls out of gas. But it looks like Ryu, no, he's actually mining more gas. Interesting.
Okay, this is another version. You can go ling fled directly into roaches. And I like this trick as well. Actually, no, he's droning up pretty heavy. He's getting 2 queens. This is an interesting build. I don't know.
Part of me feels like it's like a
quick third base.
Yeah. So EON, they're both doing the same thing.
I don't think I've seen this yet.
Hold on. All right. Okay. So what's it? I think everything's normal. Everything's normal. It was.
Yeah. I'm back to normal now.
Yeah. I'm just checking the stream. So we had a 16 hatch. It looked like it was a 16-16. Question mark? Anyway,
it
right.
Looks like they were both the same, just because the creep was not off from either side.
Yeah.
That's what I go by. I don't actually know how professionals tell, but that's how I tell.
Oh my god, speaking of course EON's the one who's doing this. We got 16 lings on the way. I don't know how
so bad.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about like EON being so aggressive with just pure Ling and ZvZ. Like, because like I guess maybe you hope
Ling that's done.
Exactly, that's what I mean, right? Like, I guess you hope your opponent is being greedy and skipping banelings, but like Ryu's just on top of it, you know? Like, how do you be aggressive against this? Like with Lings? I mean, you can, and to be fair, Ryu, he's going across the map. Like they may like cancel each other, or kill each other's third bases.
Nah, the Banelings are here. I think Ryu is gonna shut this down, and Eon's gonna lose his third base. Oh my God, both Banelings went down though.
Oh God,
that's pretty bad.
That's
no.
Yeah, that was huge. Like both queens are gonna go down. At least one goes down.
Okay, so he's not dead yet, but Ryu's gonna lose his, or Eon, I'm sorry, he's gonna lose his third base. That's way bigger of a deal. And roaches are already on the way for Eon, though. This could be a saving grace. He needs something else behind this. Like, he's got to have a lot of roaches. He has his Baneling nest. That is good. If he can get some roaches and Banes, he's good. But just a few roaches in small numbers can be taken out by Lings.
Yeah, definitely. That I can't believe Ryu was able to do that. Like, even though like Ryu's Banelings didn't really connect really well at his third base, like he saved his third and somehow killed the third of Eon. And a lot of that is because Eon didn't have any defensive Banelings, so he couldn't deal with the aggressive Lings of Ryu. And now we have Eon pushing out across the map here with Lings, with roaches. No Banelings. There we go. Banelings are being morphed in. This could actually do something.
Yeah, he might have did something here, but that's not honestly a lot of roaches. That's the only thing that scares me. Ryu has 3 bases for production, and he's getting his own roaches right now, so he's kind of got to go now. Like, this is his only window of opportunity. As soon as these 4 roaches are out, he's kind of outnumbered here.
Yeah, we'll see how good the main connections are going to be.
Ooh. Pretty good connection so far.
And the problem is that roaches are coming out for Ryu now. Like, the longer this goes on, the better it is for Ryu.
He has the Banelings too far back. He needs to bring him in and do some work. Yep, too late. He brought the Banelings in after all the roaches pretty much went down. He did get that third base though, so he kind of evened it out here. That's a really good play.
Yeah, he used the roaches to buy time. Meanwhile, all the Lings were killing the base instead. So now they're both down to 2 base economy. And
we've seen Eon play, so we know where he's at. He's really pulling out some good plays here, and he's been training really hard for this, I can tell. 100% I can tell he's been practicing for this. We don't ever see him go toe-to-toe, taking out Destan, and then, I mean, he's doing pretty good against Ryu here right now.
Yeah, it was really well done what he was able to do, and he's getting ahead behind this. Like, he's getting a third base, so he's ahead by a hatchery. He just needs to hold on to it, right? He needs to make sure he's able to weather the storm. Oh. It has now been scouted. Oh God!
Now it has. I feel like Ryu was going in for a regular scout and found that base on accident.
And I love this Eon. Like, he's continuing to apply pressure. Like, if Ryu's trying to take a third base of his own, and Eon he's not going to let him, or he's at least going to try not to let him.
He's going to try, but I think Ryu has enough defense. But he's going to reposition and maneuver to the north and try and get in. Ryu's on top of the defense though. I still feel like Eon's ahead right now. Up 10 workers continuously saturating that third base.
Yeah.
Ryu going for the mutas again, though.
I mean, it's going to come down to the scouting, right? Like, is Eon going to be able to spot the mutas in time? In saying that, the last game, Ryu went for early mutas, and he just focused on killing overlords. Like, he didn't really, like, or try to catch his opponent by surprise and dive into mineral lines or anything like that.
I mean, those are your 2 options. When you get mutas out, you can either go for the map control, take out all the overlords, which wouldn't be bad here because there's like 3 or 4 over there to like the northwest. Like, that's a big chunk of money. There's a lot of overlords out on the map, but you can also go into mass mutas and then, you know, actually use those to fight. Oh geez, what was that?
Yeah, corrosive vials.
Corrosive vials. They're corrosive.
Yeah, Eon's actually playing this out really well. Like, he's ahead in economy. He already has spores in case Spire, like, mutas come out. He hasn't even gotten a scout of the main base, but he knows that that's a threat of what what Ryu can do. And he even catches a couple of roaches here.
Yeah. Now, while Eon is taking advantage of his lead, and, you know, he's getting... Ooh, this is good. Ooh, nice. This is always fun. But he's getting his lead. He's taking advantage. He needs to expand again. But the thing is, Ryu is just so good and so solid that he can make one army and just micro his way out of this in a good engagement. As I say that, the roaches are here doing damage, and Ryu has so many roaches plus the mutas. He's gonna be able to smash this army for Eon, I think, and might be kind of a big waste for Eon. As I say that, reinforcements show up.
Yo, Eon, he's doing it. He takes out the roaches. Sure, they're muteless and they take out all the ravagers, but it's gonna take so long for them to deal with the roaches. How much damage is Eon gonna do before the roaches go down to the mutas?
Wow, I think this is game right here, to be honest with you guys. There's not much you can do. I've been in this situation too. You go mutas, and when 20 roaches show up, mutas just can't kill him fast enough. He's getting a nice muta count though now. He's just lost so much in the process.
Yeah, like it may not... it may not forever. It may not seem like that much. Like only 10 drones went down, but Ryu was already down in workers, so that's like the hard part. Like he couldn't really afford it. Like he held on to his third base, which is actually pretty huge, and now the mutas are out. So like the biggest thing for Ryu is that I think he should take this opportunity to just drone up and hope. And I mean, not hope, but like Eon, he can't really push out because of the mutas. So maybe Ryu can get back into this.
Yeah, I mean, the means a pretty good play. Eon still, oh my god, such a high worker advantage here. I can't believe Eon might do this.
Yeah, again, like, because Eon already had the Hydralist then, like, now with Hydras, like, he can, honestly, he can just push out now. Like, if he wanted to. I don't think there's enough Mutalists to really stop this from pushing out across the map. And Ryu, because of all of these Hydras, like, he's making army. Like, he can't really re-drone, because if he does, like, he just won't have anything. There it is.
Wow, what a guy. Eon is playing like an absolute madman.
Wow.
I don't know what to say here. I mean, I was like, no way he takes out Destan. No way he takes out Ryu. And now I'm like, can he? Can he take out his next opponent?
Yo, did we just like somehow stumble upon a guy who's just gonna like blaze through everyone? Like, is he's on match point against Ryu? Is he gonna take out Ryu? And then if you can take out Ryu, you can take out Jim. Like, honestly.
Yeah, that's scary. Like, can he take out Ryu? It's looking very scary, honestly. I'm just trying to look at the bracket who he's gonna play next.
Jim. It's like Jim Rising. Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah. It is Jim. Well, I mean, it could be Master. We don't know yet.
It's true. Jim, he could you know, he could get like a donation on his stream to tell him to, like, you know, play, you know, Terran or something. Yeah.
For the game, and we'll donate $600. He's like, fine, I'll just win next time. So, in my opinion, I think the people who are gonna make it out of this bracket today is Jim, Rising, Darkness. Oh no, wait, they're in the same bracket. Ooh, yeah, I think it's gonna be the final. So then it would have to be Darkness and Eggs. That would be ideal.
Yeah. Honestly, I favor Darkness over Jim. When it comes to low bracket, it would probably be Eggs. Probably. Again, like, there are players.
Probably, man.
Probably.
Who else could it be?
I mean,
Aaron.
Like, yeah, Eric. Like, Eric could. Terran could. Paco Mike. Like.
No, I feel like Eric's the hit or miss. Has he been training really hard, or is it a repeat?
Yeah, that's why it's a solid probably for me, because we don't know. No one knows the state of Eric. Like, who knows? Like, what's happening with Eric?
Solid probably.
Yeah, he's a solid maybe.
Yeah, so I just don't know what to think here. I'm scared though. What if Jim takes out Darkness?
It could happen. It could.
Jim's a very scrappy player, but he's been winning so many games in the scrappiest way. I really feel like he's good at ZvZ, though. I don't know if he can beat Darkness.
That's the thing, right? Like, Jim, he's a solid player. He has a lot of all-ins. He has a lot of, like, nice, like, muteless play. Like, he has his own style. I don't know if Darkness has been like studying him. I don't know if there's much to study. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he studied him, but I'm sure just from being in the Latin American scene, he's seen a lot of the way Jim plays, you know. I doubt Darkness was like, oh my God, if I meet Jim, I don't know what I'm going to do. I need to study him.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Darkness is like, okay, this is how Jim plays. I see him playing.
Yeah.
It's very possible that you'll meet him up in DreamHack qualifiers because he's been doing so well. And I think he's prepared. But also, Darkness has been, you know, really focused on school, and school just started back up. Who knows if he's had time?
Yeah, that's the thing,
but
right?
That's an argument for later on in the bracket. As of now, here we are with one of the interesting upsets of the day in the first round, and now here we are. It is a Red Zerg player in the top right. If he loses here, it will be crazy. I didn't expect it. He is currently teamless. He's the Red Zerg, and he goes by the name of Ryu. He is from Peru. That kind of rhymes. Ryu from Peru. No, it doesn't. Did it in my head.
It does, kind of. Ryu, Peru. Yeah.
Ryu, Peru. We'll go with it.
And spawning in at the bottom left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold, LE, currently going for the same opener as his opponent. Pretty standard. We have the Costa Rican Zerg player representing T-Sub Gaming. It is EON.
EON, the madman that is changing the way we see StarCraft altogether. Okay, so they're in for regular openers this time. It's a long rush distance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pillars of Gold is quite long. It's I don't know if it can be pretty open as well, like especially the middle of the map. Like there's a lot of open spaces. Yeah, at the same time, and same with the third base, it's also quite open. So we'll see what happens here. It's also why like this map is kind of considered Zerg favored in especially like ZvT, but in a mirror matchup, could go either way.
Yeah, mirror matchups are crazy.
Yeah.
We've seen EON in an upset, not mirror matchup. He took out a Protoss. He took out possibly a Zerg here. I don't know. I just don't know what to think anymore.
Yeah, EON is a little bit odd to me because he's a player he's from Costa Rica. I want to say he's living in America right now. I'm not too sure, to be honest. But he doesn't really participate in Latin American tournaments. He's kind of like, he reminds me a little bit of Turkey Dano. Like he doesn't really like play in like Sentimental Latino. He doesn't play in Battle of the Americas.
It does say he is Costa Rican and United States.
There you go. Like, because I'm pretty sure he does live in America. And because of that, he is a little bit disconnected from the Latin American scene and Latin American community.
I wonder if they allow him to play in those tournaments because they are region locked, but
yeah, I'm not too sure. I would imagine they let him because like he is a dual citizen, so I think that's something. I assume he's a dual citizen. I don't know how the US works with that sort of stuff.
I don't think you can have dual citizenships in a lot of places for US. I like the update Polaris is giving us. Jim said he was afraid of darkness, which is good. He should be.
I mean, everyone should be. Even Cham, he's a little bit afraid of the dark, all right? Just saying.
I love that, dude. We literally like casted him in like this Chilean tournament, like his home country tournament, and then it turns out he's one of the scariest in all of Latin America now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure people are hoping that he like sticks to school. I'm sure a lot of people were pissed once they heard that his classes were canceled.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this was my chance. Like, god damn it. Like,
so for those of you who don't know, he was saying that he was only going to be able to compete in one of the qualifiers because he had classes all the other days. And just yesterday, he updated that his classes were moved or canceled or something of the sort.
Which means he can play today.
So he's able to be here. Yeah, he can play today. He can play the next one and maybe even the one after that. But I don't think he'll have to be here for more than one.
I was about to say, like, watch what you're saying, man. You're saying he needs to play in more than one qualifier? Like, whoa.
I'm saying he's available. He has the time to, but he's not going to need to.
But of course, we are massive Darkness fans. Like, it's great. We were basically here, like, when he returned to the competitive scene, and we've been able to follow him ever since. So, yeah.
I feel like everyone's a Darkness fan. Like, who's out there saying, like, man, that Darkness guy, I just hate him. I hate the way he plays and wins everything.
The Stan.
Destan.
He was like, he just showed up and he won my tournament rebirth. I was like, to be mine, like.
He took everything, but actually they're really good friends, so I'm pretty sure he looks up to him. They train together and stuff.
Yeah. They're friends, they're countrymen, you know. They practice together a lot. They run a podcast together.
Yep.
Yeah.
They run podcasts, so now they run tournaments together. Branching out. Who sponsored that one? El Prisma. I can't say that right now.
Alpha X.
But
Alpha X.
Oh, nice.
Alpha X Latin America, to be more precise, but yeah.
Team of casters.
We're never gonna let that go, are we? We're just.
No, never. I'm gonna have to send Miguel a message or something.
Anyway, we had a bit of a Ling run by. Not too much damage was on. 2 drones went down.
Pretty passive the whole game.
Yeah, I mean, Ryu, like, he's finally counterattacking with, like, a decent roach count. It's not too big, though, so I feel like defensively, EON should be fine. Yeah, Ryu's
Nobody's lost
kinda...
any gas. They both only lost, like, maybe close to 500 minerals. 525 each exactly. They're exactly even on losses.
Yeah.
That was satisfying to look at. Now they're not, but nonetheless, we should be seeing a big attack here. That was a nice, I think it was a Baneling run by. Got 2 Banelings, or 2 drones, actually.
Yeah, again, like pretty passive so far. They're both getting their layers up at around the same time. They're both getting their gases. Ryu, he was just posturing out in the middle of the map. Just posturing. He just turned around and went back home with his roaches. And this time, finally, it looks like Ryu, he's learned his lesson. He is not going for Spire. He's actually investing in his ground upgrades.
Wow, interesting. So, I think this might be the first, like, regular game we've seen, but EON going straight into the Hydras. I think Hydra Roach is just a thing in every matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense in ZvZ. I'm very worried
Hydra
for Ryu.
Roach? Yeah, I guess.
Hydra Roach, yes. I'm kind of concerned for EON though, because going for Hydras too early can just kill you.
Yeah.
As in, like, if you go for Hydras too early, like, it's such an expensive, like, investment that, like, if your opponent just goes Roach Ravager, like, they just have too much.
Yeah. Because you already made the Roach Warren, so y'all both spend money on the Roach Warren, and then you make the Hydra Den, you're already back. They're making roaches. And then you pump out like 4 or 5 Hydras, and they already pumped out 30 roaches behind this. You're just dead on the water. This is actually a really good engagement for EON here. Ryu, like, walked down that ramp into something he wasn't ready for.
Exactly, but he runs back to the safety of his spine, able to push away his opponent. Oh, no, they're fighting, and they're not in spine range.
Oh, my God. I kind of like this from EON. He did his damage, and he looked like he was going to get out of there, but now he's just sticking around. I love this. It's just Roach versus Roach. No micro, no nothing.
Nothing. This is just like a dirty fist fight in the alley
and
right
these are
now.
Slow roaches versus fast roaches, I believe.
Yeah, they're just wailing on each other. Meanwhile, I believe there it is. We do have a couple of drop lords this time for Ryu.
Ryu must have been watching the last game.
Oh yeah, I love this. So he counterattacks, he pushes his opponent away. Now he's just loading up and he's gonna go right into the main base.
Ryu's like, this is for my friend Destan.
Doing this for Destan. He's doing it. He's doing it.
Hashtag do it for Destan. But yeah, he's ready. He sees it. He's on top of it. EON's so good. EON, Darking confirmed that you can play in the tournament, so we'd like to see you in some more Latin American. Not many times we have to convince a Latin American player to stop playing American and play Latin American tournaments.
Right? It's like 2. It's EON and Turkey Dano. It's like, mate, guys, what are you doing?
Turkey Dano gave us the excuse. He's got work or whatever. That's cool. I don't care. But EON, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, like
I'm gonna tweet him or something.
He's a solid player, you know, like he should be like I would hope that he's, you know, a little bit more active and we can see more of him. But yeah, at the moment
this might encourage him to, because he's doing really good here and taking out some really good players.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder what Destan is gonna do with the rest of his day. I'm sure he didn't think it was gonna be over this quick.
I mean, I'm sure, like, I saw that after the loss, he immediately went into the replay. And like, I'm sure he's just, you know, preparing himself for tomorrow. I mean, sorry, for the day after, right? For the next qualifier.
Yeah.
But,
It's a little unfortunate. They're like 2 days apart.
yeah.
I feel like they should just do 3 back-to-back.
They should. It makes a little bit more sense, right? To have, like, you know, either NA first
3
and then
days
Latin
of
America.
NA, yeah, and then Latin America for 3 days. But then I guess people would complain about what days, what timing issues, yada yada. You know, StarCraft players, they like to complain. Me being one of them.
And we're just
wow, that's supply blocked EON.
It did. And Ryu actually, like, behind all this, he's maxing out on Roach Ravager. Like, he's already at 200 supply. Oh.
Or is he?
Yeah, he's got all the roaches here in this drop. I mean, he does, you know, get Sniper Queen, which is nice.
Here's where things get interesting. Ryu going for 5 lurkers while EON is getting his +2/+2, and he's just barely getting roach speed right now.
Oh god.
That's bad. I think this is absolutely Ryu's game.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the supplies are pretty even, but as you said, like, it's going to come down to the lurkers. Like, Ryu has the lurkers, EON does not. He just needs to make sure. Yeah,
how does he ever engage the lurkers? He's just dead. A move.
Oh god, he's trying to break through into lurkers. He gets 1 lurker. There's still another behind there, though. He gets on top of it.
But that was just like 2 out of 5 lurkers. And there's 12 roaches coming up for Ryu as well. And there's Hydras in here now. If he can target fire down the vision of EON, there's nothing EON can do here. He's just going to have to retreat back home. At the same time, Ryu went for a counterattack. Roaches, where did he find the APM? Where did he find the resources? I don't know, but he's doing it somehow. I think Ryu's going to be able to pull this off. He's already taken a huge advantage. 20 workers is the elite advantage for Ryu.
Yeah.
And EON went home with his tail between his legs, and now he's like, what do I do?
And this is what we mean, right? Like, they both got their 4th bases around the same time, but like, EON, he invested so much more into just pure Hydra, not lurkers instead, which he should have just rushed to it. And now Ryu, he's just dominating his opponent. He has so much more supply. He's still almost maxed out above 80 supply to EON. And EON, he had a really good run. He had a really good showing, but Ryu.
Yeah. That's kind of sad. I was hoping this would be like the crazy story of the EON come up, but Ryu solid. Ryu held it down. That is great.
Yeah, everything. We were worried that we were in some alternate timeline where EON was gonna blaze through everyone. It was like, what?
Yeah. So we were into a time warp and things were gonna go crazy.
But Ryu, you know, he assures us that no, we're still here. You know, Ryu, he's able to take down
Ryu.
Yeah, and we're gonna be getting into a rematch. I was actually editing the VODs yesterday. We are going to be getting into Ryu versus Jim Rising, which is the same semifinals that we had on the weekend in Sentimental Latino.